Why, hello there, and welcome to another episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight, here on Dork Tales. How is everybody doing tonight? Doing okay?
Woo.
Everybody's good? You're doing the Macarena? That's pretty good.
I'm in a good fucking mood, man.
Hey, Hayden, why are you in a good mood?
Let me fucking tell you.
You may.
So,
you may start us off.
I got news this morning. I had my wonderful fiance, Alejandro, call me at 9:30, an ungodly hour. No
one's awake.
I don't
then.
like to be woken up, but I was very happy to wake up to him calling me and being like, Hayden, love of my life, check your email. These are his words. I'm just quoting him. So I checked my email, and as you guys know, I've been waiting for a while to hear whether I could move back to the United States or not. But I got my work visa approval this morning. Yay!
Congratulations.
Yay.
So I can go home.
Finally.
Well,
See all your boys.
All four of my furry boys.
where's Alejandro rank on that list?
Probably bottom.
Bottom?
Probably bottom.
I think all the other boys are much furrier.
You're thinking
Listen,
Hayden's
the
life
amount of
bottom's
butt
probably-
hair Ryuji sheds. I have a
Fat
corgi.
dog.
Sure. Okay.
It's probably Ryuji, Kylo, Apollo, Alejandro.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna rate the furriness of my boy.
Well, congratulations. It's going to be awesome. So with that in mind, folks, if you're watching, we might have to take a little bit of flex time when Hayden finally does move back. Like, they might be busy for a day or two, moving their entire life 1,000, 1,500 miles. So we'll have to figure that out when the time comes. But in advance, thank you for your support and patience while we get that done. While they transition into their own real space again.
You can have a standing desk. I'm very happy.
I can't stand those. Anyway, hello everybody, welcome to Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Let's do our introductions as per normal now that you've got that great news out of the way. I'm Kelly, I'm your Dungeon Master here. I use he and him pronouns, and I'm excited to be here tonight, even though tonight is going to be a slightly shorter game. We have a couple of things happening this evening, including one sick player, which is why if you are watching us, you can't see Caitlin right now. Caitlin is a healthcare professional, and that is only slightly more dangerous to your immune system than working with children. Caitlin's feeling a bit under the weather, and Hayden has to go celebrate after this because this is a big freaking deal. And why is Christa's background different? I don't know.
Oh, because I'm still stuck in the Deadlands.
You're
and
still stuck in
didn't
the
notice
Deadlands
until
because you were in
this
Deadlands
year.
yesterday.
I was.
But welcome to the swamp.
Thanks.
Welcome to the crick.
Moisture here.
Very
Yeah.
moist.
All right, so let's introduce ourselves. Let's go in big circle order, starting with Christine.
Well, hello. I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Gwendolwyne Shafra. You can call her Wyn. She's our human monk, and she's just a little bit dumb.
Just a little bit dumb.
But sweet. Like cotton candy in her hair.
All right, let's go over to Hayden. So you already did a little bit, Hayden. Talk again.
Hello! Hi guys, I'm Hayden Daviau. Tonight I'm playing Nico Freyja, the Kitsadria Archfey Warlock.
Nice. All right, down to Christa, who's now here from the Deadlands.
Hello, I have arrived. I'm Christa. You can use they, them, or she, her pronouns for me. And I am playing Isaac Ronaldi of the Runaglig, the Leonin Rogue.
Nice.
Wait, I gotta roll my R's. Rogue.
Rogue.
Ronaldi
Yeah, I
the
use-
Rogue.
The rogue. I use they, them pronouns. I always forget. But
I always forget to say mine too. I actually remember this time once.
I never remember until after someone's done it.
And then you're like, oh yeah.
Alright.
Oh shit.
All right.
I'm a non-binary finey. Anyway.
All right, thank you, Pussycat. And finally, let's go to Robin. Robin.
Hello, everyone. I almost was going into Lysithian's accent there. I never played Lysithian, but I
Wait,
go
that
into
wasn't
that
your
accent.
character?
It wasn't.
I
Strange
thought
enough.
that was you. I thought I was playing a dwarf.
Yeah, you were playing Vistra.
No, you're just short in
I
real life.
know.
But yes, hello everyone. I'm Robin. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns. And tonight I am playing Sarcyra Novis, our tiefling sorcerer with the clockwork soul, which is why I have gears in my head. On my head, not in my head. The words are doing well today.
That's why you're on
very
TikTok.
tired. It's true.
All right, and then not joining us is Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin. All right, enough from Caitlin. So Caitlin, if you're watching or resting, I hope you're feeling better. And tonight's game is going to be a little shorter, as I said, to make up for the fact that Caitlin's not here, and we don't want to get too far ahead of her. In the meanwhile, I will just be kind of playing her in a robotic way. So Luthien gets even quieter than her normal kind of reserved self for this episode. So, folks, if you are joining us for the first time, Wild Beyond the Witchlight is a module from Wizards of the Coast that follows a group of adventurers as they traverse the Feywild in search of adventure and the way to save the magical domain of Prismeer. It began at the Witchlight Carnival, at which the characters had all assembled in order to find things that they had lost when they were at the carnival some years ago as children. Now that they have been roped into this grand adventure, they have united and joined forces against three hags who are part of what is called the Hourglass Coven. They know very little about this at this point, and as of last episode, they managed to travel to a place called Downfall, a small swamp town built by bullywugs, which houses one of the hags as kind of like the mafia boss of this area, a hag known as Slackjawed Lorna or Bavlorna Blightstraw. I was going to say Brightstraw, but it's Blightstraw. All right. And thank you very much. That's fantastic. I love our chat. So, folks, if you're not part of the chat right now, I love you too. But our chat is honestly the best. So are our YouTube
nice.
comments.
Just so sweet.
You guys are all amazing. All right, and without further
Well, I
ado,
guess just the one reminder that
Oh.
most of the players are in fact mods as well, so please don't post any spoilers in the chat because we do pay attention to the chat to keep up on stuff in case we get hate rated or we get somebody who's a bit of a dick in the chat.
no.
We don't want to get spoiled.
Also, don't be a dick.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Just don't do it. And finally, before we begin, if you want to get in touch with us, go ahead and join our Discord. We have a great hop in Discord, good community over there. And if you want to support the stream, there's always subs, and you can always hop on patreon.com/dorktales. More about that later, but for now, I think it's time for some Dungeons and Dragons. When last we met, you traveled into Downfall, making your way across the swamp community. There, you encountered a number of strange bullywugs who were part of something called the Soggy Court. These bullywugs were dressed in down-home finery, the type that is pillaged from the wealthy, pillaged from floating crates, stitched together, and which would be kind of a mockery anywhere else. But here, well, when in Rome, I guess, or down by the creek. And as you traveled through, you encountered a number of things, including a burning workshop that was manufacturing giant balloons. You met a stone man who you accidentally stepped on the head of. A couple of other things as well, I'm sure that you know. But finally, you were making your way toward the king, as you had been told that, well, you should probably speak to the king by several people. And as you did so, you cross a large bridge. Now, this flat wood plank bridge spans an entire arm of this lake that Downfall is built on. All around you, you see huge swaths of fog pressing down on you, obscuring your vision down to only 20 feet. All around you, you hear the sound of life teeming. Creatures gurgling, twinkling, and making insectoid noises around you. You hear bullywugs playing instruments as they float on lily paths or having hot courtly gossip in both bullywug and common.
Did you hear what she did? Took the entire house and the tadpoles with her.
Oh, I never! You hear echo across the bay. Now, at the center of this bridge that you find yourself walking across, you find a small figure. He sits with his feet dangling over the side. He has tremendous blue lobster claws sticking out of his collared shirt. as well as stick legs stuck into boots that barely hang on. In fact, one of them is split at the bottom where the not fletching, Kelly. You always forget the word for shoes. What's the word I'm thinking of? Where the cobbling has come loose. Thank you. All around him, you see that there are bullywug heads on wooden spikes. Dead, decapitated. Some of them still wearing battered bits of finery or frilled collars that have been plastered to their throats by blood and gore. And as you approached, you could hear that this creature with the lobster claws was talking to itself. Which is strange, because it doesn't have a mouth. In fact, its head is an overripe gourd. But as he talks to himself, suddenly the severed bullywug heads erupted in a cacophony of voices, some indignant, others sympathetic, a few more distant yell,
What? I can't hear what's going on.
You approached and found that this individual was a little besought with himself. You're wondering, what happened? Did Lorna put these heads on spikes? The creature introduced himself as Clapperclaw and said, Oh, boy, do I have a story for you. But a little bit of a better accent, which we will go into.
Oh, well, I love stories.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not the thing. See, the thing is, Lorna didn't do this. No, not at all. Not at all. Actually, the Soggy Court itself does this. Every one of them. Every one of those is a deposed monarch. Look, that's Francis III.
Hello.
Oh, and
Well,
that's...
that's an odd tradition.
Oh, it's not so much a tradition as it's...
Regicide.
Another one says,
I was Ribble,
Oh,
the great king.
well, that would be rude. No.
I was drowned in a lake, says another one down the way, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, do bullywugs not... Don't you breathe underwater or no?
Yes!
Apparently not too well.
Another one says, and if three of them try to lean their head back and laugh and have trouble, because then you see a stick come out of one of their mouths.
Ooh,
That's
Oh,
nasty.
here, let me help you with that.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Your Majesty.
So, what are the mechanics of drowning underwater if you can breathe water?
Oh, I think they shoved her head inside of some mud, Clapperclaw said.
Oh, that'd
That
do it.
would do it, yeah.
Okay,
I
but
see.
why?
Or some type of oil. Oh,
I
it's
see.
because everybody here. It's honestly, it's a game of crowns. Everyone's trying to wear the crown. Everyone here, every member of the Soggy Court. I know it's very soggy. Nobody why the sog.
Very moist.
It's very
But
moist. I'm worried
That
about
doesn't sound so well.
my stuffing's getting a little mildewy.
Oh no.
Soggy makes me think of like when your socks get wet in your boots,
And they squish.
and
What?
then it's just that gross, cold, squishy feeling. Like that, it's the worst feeling in the world.
Hey.
Well,
Imagine having an entire
that's the
court based
aesthetic
on
of
that.
their court.
Yeah, okay, but why do they? What's with the heads on the pikes? What's the point of that?
Oh, well, they were betrayed by, well, I mean, like, he was betrayed by her, who was betrayed by him, who was betrayed by her, who was betrayed by her, who was betrayed by them. Honestly, it's good equal representation here. We've got a lot of gender diversity and even a non-binary usurper. Sorry, the god doesn't have a very good tongue. I can't really do this very well.
I guess like
Regicide isn't tied to any type of gender or creed. I mean, except for regicide, I suppose. Regicide's its own creed, really.
I guess, but like
I mean, I suppose you could consider it a form of government.
Oh, not a form of government. I mean, a form of. I mean, you said tradition, right? Tradition.
Oh, there's a bit of a tradition.
A couple of them will say. Anyway, I was asking them just now, but you're. I just realize. He stands up very abruptly and. Oh, I had a. 1 second, please. I had a prop set aside for this and then I moved it. He stands up abruptly, and as he does, inside of the gourd you hear as a handful of coins bound around inside of his skull. Sorry, I never get used to that. Sorry. So, you're from out of town?
Yeah, why
You're
do
not
you
from here.
have- No.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were just at the carnival.
The carnival?
Yeah.
I don't know any carnival.
The Witchlight Carnival.
The Who Light Carnival? I have no idea what you're talking
We're
about.
from the material plane.
I
you're...
mean, they are.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
I
no,
guess
you're a
people-
Kitsadria, right?
Yeah.
Hey. There's some Kitsadria around, always. At least I think so. It's hard to tell. You're shapeshifters, right? I'm normally better
Yeah.
at seeing what's going on, but I can't quite... Speaking of which... Witchlight, that's kind of funny. I was wondering, did you have a run-in with any Herringon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
quite a few of them. Some real asshole named Agden.
He's a fluffy-haired fucker. Excuse me,
We
sorry.
disposed him.
You exposed him to what?
Disposed. He's no
Oh,
longer the
disposed him.
leader.
Oh,
I mean, he's not dead.
I mean,
but
not dead, but he's not the leader anymore.
Deposed him.
he's
deposed
pretty,
him.
Disgraced.
yeah, we didn't dispose of him. We deposed him.
Because there's a spare spike if you want to go get his head and pop it on.
Nah.
Oh, is that what I
Well.
said? Oh.
It's okay, Win.
Oh,
What's the difference?
wait, so you deposed him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you look through his treasure by chance?
Yeah.
Oh, thank the gods and everything beneath them. Oh,
Wow.
did you see a stag skull? A stag skull.
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
well, okay, sorry, let me rephrase. A stag is kind of like a cow, but it's
I know.
thinner, a bit more attractive. Oh, this
He's got the
skull was,
horns.
oh, it was the best skull you've ever seen. Oh, so
No.
beautiful.
It was yours? Your
I've
head?
seen stag skulls, but I didn't see one there.
Wow, I was hopeful.
But Agden did give, like, a tithe to Bavlorna.
Bavlorna.
Oh. Well, that makes... Well, that actually kind of sucks.
I
don't
mean,
wonder-
we're going to go find her because she's taken stuff of.
Oh,
Would you
well, she's
like to-
literally right there.
What?
Oh,
He points toward the center of the lake, which is obscured by a huge cloud of fog.
Oh.
oh.
But you probably got to speak to the king to do.
That's what everybody been
Everyone
saying.
keeps telling us
Everybody keeps saying that. Oh well,
Yes,
the current monarch. Let's see. Let me just check real quick. 1, 2, 3. He starts counting the heads.
How often do these heads How often do the monarchs change over? Is
Well,
it like a
I mean,
daily thing?
No, not daily, but I would say
Weekly.
another one of them says monthly for me.
Oh.
I lasted
Ooh.
4 months.
Oh.
You lasted
for you,
4
sir.
months because you were a co-ruler. That only counts as half.
How'd you get anything done then? Is all you do elections?
They all look at each other and start laughing uproariously on their spikes.
Election.
What's so funny?
Election.
Oh, this is a monarchy, love.
I mean,
It's
you
not
can
an
elect a
election.
monarch.
It's more of a coup.
So you kill the king and then you replace the king, right?
I mean, you could always elect a new king.
Well, I mean, you'd have to enforce some democracy. The current monarch has been in for about a week or two at the most. His name's King Gollup the 19th.
Oh, what a horribly weak ruler.
I hate him.
Wait, so how many years have they even had a ruler? If he's like the 19th, And you've only got so many heads on the bridge, and if it was weekly and monthly turning over, if you only had a monarchy for like a year.
Well, not everyone ends up on the bridge.
Or some actually survive.
No, some of
No,
them
I
get
don't.
flushed into the swamp.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh, I see.
say. Huh.
Actually, speaking of which,
One of them leans, well, doesn't lean, but kind of mutters down from the spike.
I hear there's another coup in the works. You might have to look for a different king.
What do you mean?
Well, it probably means that the new king's probably gonna get got on. He'll point a claw at the empty spike at the end of the row.
Well,
What are
that's
you
a
doing
shame.
here, Clapperclaw?
Oh, I mean, I was asking around to see whether or not they'd seen my skull, and you know, just kind of making my way around. I don't really. I'm still trying to find my way in the world, really. See, I was brought into being by a real evil hag.
Oh, which one?
You know of them.
There's 3 of them.
Granny Nightshade. In Thither. And so when that happened, I ran like hell. She wanted to do all sorts of evil things. She wanted me to be like an assassin and a child kidnapper and
that's
someone who
cool.
absconds with like jury duty notices. You know, like it was going to be.
Do you do that? Like, did she have any control over you still?
Not anymore. No, if I can say so, I fucked right off. I hopped on the first balloon I could and got out of thither and went to hither. I didn't dither.
That sounds ever so smart.
Now I've got nothing to
We're
do.
looking for them in particular because they stole stuff from us. Enderlin's the one who stole from me.
Oh, you lost something too.
Yeah.
Taps on the side of his skull. Well, I know what that's like. Hey, we can be friends. You can help me out.
I love making friends.
Wait, did you say you're going after Bavlorna?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're starting with Bavlorna, then we'll move to the next one, and then the last one.
Well, you can't cross paths into thither.
What do you mean?
You can?
No, there's
How
powerful
without
magic.
rescuing the queen?
He's got it.
Yeah.
This is one smart lion you've got here. At least I think you're a lion. I've got bad eyesight right now. I know you're big and strong.
Thank you.
Hey, it's no problem. Just watch out, I'll give you a pinch.
Right.
Eh?
Again, he's gonna just fully like turn away from Clapperclaw. I know everyone around here is telling us to talk to the king. Why are we talking to the king aside from we should talk to him?
I don't know.
So why don't we just go see Bavlorna?
Sure.
Maybe the king would have something useful?
Yeah.
He looks at all the spiked heads. Nothing about any of these guys is useful.
Well,
Hey!
they might have a thing
What did he
that
say?
they've looked after for generations that maybe would help.
The
You never know.
duration
You
of a
have
year.
to be careful when it comes to adventures, Isaac. All the stories say the same thing.
And what's that?
That you have to go the right route. You have to talk to everybody, because who knows where there's something important.
Yes, but some of the fairy tales, when you talk to them, you end up in an oven getting eaten by a witch. And I
Well, he's
personally
right.
am not feeling that.
He's right. I don't really feel like getting eaten.
But so you're
Okay,
gonna go talk
come
to
on,
the
that was a
witch?
gingerbread house.
I mean, we might as well. It's what we're here for, right?
We're already here.
I mean, how are you gonna get over there?
I don't know.
I wouldn't go into the swamp. I would
No?
talk to the king personally, but that's just me. I mean, there's a
Oh
pool.
my god, then let's talk to the king.
I'm just
Okay,
saying.
but
I'm just
Just-
saying.
What
Look.
can the king offer us, though?
I mean, they swim, don't they?
I think it's probably more what you can offer him.
They might not like Bavlorna. Allies are always useful.
Aye, without
Yeah.
allies, allies make the world go round. Without an ally, that fairy dragon never would have made it out of here. Sir
Yeah, we
Talvar.
met him.
Oh, you met him? Oh.
Yeah, we freed him.
Yeah, he
Where
took
his
Oh,
ass?
Crashland.
now you're lying to me. I know it wasn't you that freed him. It was, he had a couple of bullywugs that helped him. One of them was,
Morgort.
Yeah, she's awaiting trial right now inside of the gladiatorial pit.
And where's that?
Over there.
Perfect.
Okay, we should probably help her.
Isaac's gonna turn and start walking that way.
The other one died, unfortunately, when he crash landed the balloon.
Oh, that's
And
bad.
that's where we saved him from. He was
Yeah.
trapped by a couple of giant snakes.
Okay, so, before the lion goes and, oh, you're a quiet elf. Thank you. Can we make a deal? You can't make it to the thither from hither without a guide. And I happen to be a guide. I can take you across.
Oh, well, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
If Bavlorna has my skull, maybe you should just go to Bavlorna then. You know, it might be dangerous, but you look tough.
Well,
Can-
but we should
Right.
probably help the person who helped Talvar.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, if you bring me my skull, I'll guide you to thither.
well, we'll have to try and find your skull then. Hopefully Bavlorna has it.
Yeah.
Aye.
If not, we're definitely up a creek without a paddle. Up a swamp. Up a swamp.
Up the
guess.
swamp.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, totally. Give it to me.
Well, it's just like, he seems really
Ah.
legit and really friendly.
Okay. It's not too bad.
And just ever so lovely.
13.
13? He seems pretty reasonable. He seems desperate to get rid of this gourd.
I mean, who would want a gourd for a head?
Then let's shake on it. He thrusts a claw out toward you.
Wynn just like full straight arm shakes.
All right, and Isaac's crossing the bridge already, right?
Isaac, yes, as walked past, or we're still near where that fire was, right? It's just on the other side.
It's just on the other side of the bridge, yeah.
As I walk by that, I'm gonna grab a piece of like charcoal.
Well, it's
and-
on the other side of the bridge. So you went from that
We're
bridge.
going the other direction.
Yeah.
I will have grabbed a piece of charcoal and pick up a piece of like dry wood and write, save Morgort, retrieve.
Making a to-do list. All
Clapper
right.
claw head. With little boxes next to it for check marks.
You know what? The Witchlight Carnival has made you very organized. Fantastic.
Wynn's gonna come skipping after you.
Yeah, thanks, Clapperclaw. Hopefully we find your head.
See ya in a bit.
I hope so too.
Because right now looks like you're really off your gourd.
I'm a little bit off my gourd. I'm feeling a mite bit squashed.
Stupid.
Anyway, I thank you. I'm here all week. Unless
Just
you
be
unless you-
careful with these other heads. You don't want to hit your butternuts.
Oh, I'd hate to hit my butternuts, pumpkin. Well, it's been nice to speak with you, but well, I guess I'm in a bit of a pinch. Oh, come on! I had to reach down to something.
Huh.
Hey. Meanwhile, Isaac starts wandering toward the edge of the bridge. And it's at that point that you start to hear a bit of music swelling out on the other side. A grand marble gazebo stands atop a mound of soggy earth, its white stones streaked green with algae. The support pillars have sunk into the muck unevenly, so that the domed canopy now sits askew, kind of like a hat sliding off of someone's head. Short steps ring the gazebo, leading to a raised floor where bullywugs dressed in shabby clothing lounge on moldering pillows. Around them, a harpist sends forth delicate notes that mingle the murmured croaking of the gathered nobles. Among them, pardon me, on a dais, I always do that one wrong, a flabby bullywug wearing a crown of woven lily flowers sits on an ornate throne with his legs folded under him. He has a large leather-bound book open on his lap and is mouthing the words as he reads the pages. Do you walk up within sight of the place?
I'm gonna step. Gwendolyn, you're behind me, right?
Yeah, she comes skipping up behind you.
Okay. Isaac will step ahead, like kind of put a hand out to Wynn to stay just behind. If she picks up on that or not, that's up to you, Christine.
She's
but
gonna kind of, I think, kind of
bump
catch
into
on
it.
your arm and kind of fold around it a little and go, oof.
Yeah.
What?
Just stay there for a second.
What?
Just follow my lead.
What's your lead?
He's gonna step forward, just to within kind of the area of everyone.
Wynn's gonna
Presenting,
sneak up behind him.
and he'll absolutely bellow in his best stage voice. Presenting for the pleasure of King Gullop the 19th, the Witchlight Monarch, Gwendolwyne Shafra. And he'll bow to Gwendolyn and step away and let Wynn step forward. Sorry, Christa forgot. I was like trying to glance at the screen. I was like, where is she?
So,
Shafra.
Gwendolyn
Shafra.
Can Isaac give me a performance or persuasion roll? Either one I'll allow for this.
Is this where the king is?
Congratulations, you hijacked the box text.
Haha! If there's box text that needs to happen, that is.
No, you
totally
hijacked
and
it.
I'll
It was
wait,
good.
But,
You
hang on,
literally
let's-
overwhelmed what the box text told me to say, which is great. I love it when that happens.
Yes. My persuasion is definitely better than my performance. And that's a nat 20.
He will, like,
27.
Wynn's a little like flustered, so she does kind of like fluttered the arms off to the side sort of thing and dips her head
Perfect.
slightly.
Witchlight Monarch?
he says, looking up, and suddenly, as he does, he shuts his book. Not very ferociously, actually, just kind of like thump to punctuate his sentence. And you are her herald? As he says that, sleepy bullywug guards standing around the monarch snap to attention, kind of as if they'd fallen asleep on the job.
Yes, and the monarch wishes to perchance create an alliance with you. Glancing over at Gwendolyn.
An alliance?
Oh yes, I always like to make friends.
She also brings her coterie, our local liaison, pointing at Nico, and her vizier, pointing at Sarcyra.
Sarcyra will like conjure some like golden glowy magic in her hands and kind of do like a flourish around Wynn.
Witchcraft. Excellent. Good. Witchcraft is fun. Exciting. Fun for the whole family. Well,
Oh, Sarcyra's ever so much fun.
Oh, thank you.
I'm... You'll find yourself, Witchlight Monarch, in the presence of King Gullop the 19th.
Well, it's just lovely to meet you.
Make me a persuasion roll with advantage thanks to Isaac, please.
Alrighty then. One moment. Okay. Dirty 20.
Well, a pleasure to meet each and every one of you.
Your Majesty.
Your visiting majesty.
Hi.
So,
Isaac will take a step back, kind of behind everybody, and just be sort of an intimidating presence.
what's with that one?
Find out what he can do with what we can use of him.
One of the guards like walks up toward Luthien, and she leans down and like says something says something in the guard's ear. The guard nods.
Yes, washroom's right over here. I can walk you. My lady.
So, Luthien will return from the washroom next episode. There you go. She
That's
nods
swamp
to
food.
down at the crick. It was jambalaya that did it.
Gotta eat the brown.
I gotta eat the brown stuff.
No, you
Oh,
definitely.
you haven't gone to that
You haven't
part
gotten to
yet.
that yet.
I haven't gotten to that yet. No,
part.
no, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Boise.
All right. So, the king will look down at you.
Approach.
Oh,
Approach
well,
me.
thank you. And Wynn will just kind of
You and your
very calmly
coterie may
just
approach.
join.
Can I make any sort of perception or insight roll about this king to kind of get can I get a
Yeah.
vibe check
Yeah.
on this king?
You absolutely can.
What
Roll
would
for
it be?
vibe check.
Roll for vibe check.
Wynn
Oh shit!
would like
Okay,
to
okay,
try
okay. That'll be
and put this fella firmly at ease.
21.
21?
On insight.
That's better. That's a 10 for Sassy.
He is very nervous. He's very pleased at you four, though. Isaac made a fantastic impression, and it shows.
I would like to kind of standing back a little bit, eye the rest of the crowd, and we heard there was a potential another regicide, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for anyone that looks upset that we're here.
Ooh,
Is that like a perception?
That's gonna be it's gonna be an insight roll.
'Kay.
For a general vibe check.
How tall are bullywugs?
Bullywugs, so in canon, they're 5 to 6 feet tall. In my world, they're 4 to 5 feet tall because that's funnier.
All right. Well, Wynn's only 5'4", so she's a little taller than him.
You're only
16.
16? There are a couple of bullywugs who are standing around. Of the assembled, about 20 that are kind of milling around the court, going,
I'm going to keep eyes on them.
So Wynn's gonna be her normal bouncy, cheerful self and just kind of hop up gently, unthreateningly, and just kind of loop her arm through his. And she's like, well, let's just talk monarch to monarch, shall we? And just kind of lead him back to the chairs.
all right. So these are basically laying cushions. So you'll be able to sprawl out like your time at the monastery. And he'll
Recline. Yes. Refreshments. Refreshments for my guests.
And in no time at all, some clay goblets are going to be thrust into each of your hands. They're overflowing with kind of I'd call it white wine.
It's fermented.
It's fermented. It's whatever's in it is probably dead. It is
Wynn's
kind
gonna
of
taste it.
it's kind of cloudy. It's a white wine, but there's quite a bit of sediment in it. I'm not sure if it's grape sediment. I'm not sure if it's sand.
Is it at all sweet?
Let's find out. Let's find out right now. I'm gonna roll a D12 on the sweetness index. It's a semi-sweet.
All right. So it's got a little bit.
It's not a
of
Riesling.
sweetness.
It's a. Here,
You're
Robin.
being directed at Robin.
Oh, I was.
What's a
Yes,
6
I
out of
was-
12?
6 out of 12. I mean, okay, to be honest, the minor tangent. Riesling is great dry, sweet, or semi-sweet, so you can have a Riesling at basically any sugar level because it has the good acidity for it. It all kind of make the wine so.
Okay. Robin is a professional winemaker, so this is why this is always funny when I have to bring booze into a game, and
Yeah.
I get a glare out of it. So why don't we
So,
say
a
that this?
medium sweet wine. Okay, you could probably have, I would say, a nice Viognier or a Barino, or we could have.
I don't know what any of those
Something
words
made by
mean.
frogs.
Something. So if it can rhyme with ribbit or have ribbit or croak in the title somehow,
Okay,
like a croquet
let's say.
or a lily pad Riesling.
Okay, white wine. Let me see.
Don't spend this
don't
much
think it
time
needs
on
to-
it.
I'm trying to think.
It's a house
Oh, muscat.
white.
It's a muscat for sure. That's definitely it. It's kind of stanky.
No,
and
Okay, yeah,
sweet.
it's a muscat mixed with
I've
some
had
pond water.
Muscat before.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, if it's sweet, Wynn's kind of used to stuff ending up in her glass because of her unluck. So I'm sure she's drank sandy stuff before.
There
She's
is,
just gonna sip away at it.
you're gonna feel something bounce off your teeth as you sip, and looking down, there is a big, fat horsefly.
Oh, well, that's kind of gross. Here, you
Oh,
want
are you
it?
going to eat that?
No, here, you have it.
Oh, so kind of you, even as a
Well,
guest.
you're welcome. Thank you so much.
You don't even have to hold it out far. You'll hear whoosh, and his tongue is going to pull it out of your finger.
Excuse my reach.
Oh, not at all. She'll just pull some cotton candy out of her hair and eat that.
And then the king will smile at you. And there's something that we know about bullywugs from a different stream, and that is that they have fantastic teeth.
Fantastic teeth.
Just
Fantastic teeth.
So he
flawless.
just has a fantastic smile.
Yeah, they look like the mask, basically.
Can I make an
No,
Arcana
she's just gonna
check?
compliment him on that. Oh, you just have the most lovely smile. You should show that off more often.
We have an excellent dentist.
Oh, it shows.
Yes, yes. He's the real champion around here.
Yes, Sarcyra, you may make an Arcana check for what, though?
I want to see if there's any sort of magic spell or something on the wine.
Well, you could use Detect Magic.
Boy, if that was a spell that I had, I would could definitely use that.
You can
Those
use
sorcerers.
Arcana to see, but that probably wouldn't give you a vibe.
Okay.
Oh.
You can try.
Lettering in a certain way, I will try.
Wynn is going to take the trust
13.
that Isaac has put in her and just charge ahead with this at this point.
Perfect.
Because it was foolishness making Wynn your spokesperson.
Oh, it's
It's true.
perfection. I wanted a distraction. It's absolutely perfect.
But
So-
she's just gonna flat out just be like, so, do you know Bavlorna? Well, you like
He starts
her?
choking on his wine. And as he does, Isaac, you're looking around, a couple of bullywugs lean in, kind of smiling with those perfect teeth, as the king starts choking on his wine. Oh,
Is it the same ones?
actually, they're different ones.
Okay. Does he manage to actually, like, is he actually choking, or is...
He's
coughing
just
it out.
sputtering. He's sputtering.
Okay, okay.
As
Because
he
Wynn
is,
would do the Heimlich.
he's not quite that far yet.
Alright.
But
Just thump him on the back
Make-
then to help him along. Oh, there you are, sir.
as this ruckus is
Are
happening,
you friendly with her, or...
Sorry.
Are you friendly with her, or do you dislike her like everybody else seems to?
Friendly with.
The hag.
as that is going on, Nico, you are standing nearby, and one of the bullywugs nearby passes your wine goblet and vanishes into the crowd again. And as your wine goblet comes to you for the first time, it presses into your palm, and you will feel a slight crinkle of paper. There's a note.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you do?
I'll go to like sip the wine, but as I do, I'll like turn the paper over just like in my palm, but like pretending to hold the bottom of my wine glass.
Mhm.
Does that makes sense? So kind of like
you
doing
can
one
you
of
can hide
these.
this pretty easily. You also like especially if you had your tail out, you absolutely could.
Yeah. No,
there's-
I'm full ears and tail.
Okay, so inside of or next to your palm in the cup is a scrap of parchment with words written in Sylvan. They say, "Find Illig, the Baron of Muckstump, at once. The revolution lives."
Writing this down.
Yeah. So Illig, Baron of Muckstump, Viva la Revolution.
Okay. Can I see where the person slipped off to?
You can try. Give me a perception roll that will be against his stealth.
Okay.
Or her stealth. Or their stealth.
Okay. That was a perception roll.
It was.
Okay, let me. Okay, that's gonna be a dirty 20.
Okay. You are going to see it's one of two people that are off in the crowd. One is a knightly individual, and the other looks well, when I say knightly individual, I mean they have like a tabard that's kind of pulled over with a bunch of lily pads insignias on it. And the other is a lady, actually, or dressed like a lady, in kind of a flowing kind of a framed hoop skirt, and who is fanning themselves with a bunch of like blonde curls cascading down from an old doll's wig that it's wearing.
Okay.
So it's one of those two, either the knight or the lady.
I'm gonna flip a D2. 1, it's the knight. 2, it's the lady. Yeah. We're gonna go to the lady.
All right. So this is as the king is choking on his wine. Everyone's kind of, ooh.
As I walk past her, I'll just kind of like let my tail just kind of brush against her arm very lightly, just getting her attention, but not being like outward about wanting to talk to her.
Well, hello. How are you today?
I'm good. It's been a while since I've, been back to the Feywilds. It's been a minute. So I was just wondering if you could explain something to me.
Long. Yes, what can I do for you?
I'm trying to understand how like all of your stuff works here. Who are like the barons and stuff like that? Like who does what here? I'm just trying to understand who's who.
We have many barons. I, for example, am betrothed to a baron.
Oh?
The Green Baron.
You met 2 green barons earlier today.
Yeah.
Or 2 people.
He is absolutely dreamy.
Aw. What's his name?
Ogloff or Bloff?
It's Ugloff. Although I have to admit, there's another Green Baron named Bloth who's quite dishy as well. Myself, lady, I did not catch your name.
I'm Nico.
I'm Splop,
Splop. It's so nice to meet you.
lady of the pickled fly.
Well, it has been an absolute pleasure. That actually really helps me understand a little bit more about, how things work around
If
here.
you're
Who's
looking
who.
for other barons, you should probably ask around.
That's what I plan to do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy your stay here.
I will. Cheers.
All right.
And I will just saunter off very casually. She's just walking around. She's being very casual about it. Not really, not looking like she's up to anything. Just kind of like making her way around. And I'm just going to slowly make my way to find the knight-like individual.
Sounds good. The knight is standing over, looking out over the lake.
Hello.
Not supposed to talk to anybody. I'm on duty.
Well, are you allowed to write while you're on duty?
Only sonnets. And only sonnets about the king.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally a limerick.
Limerick. Sometimes a haiku.
Once a day.
Once a day. Are you the one who passed something off earlier? Where can I find him?
I do not know where he dwells, but I know that he is... I would put him in the stinking palace myself.
Okay. Whereabouts is the stinking palace?
There's over there.
Does he actually, just roughly, or
He kind of points over to... Let me check the map real quick. Oh, pardon me.
A sinking palace. Sorry, stinking palace is what we call it behind the king's back. It's just across that land bridge there. Over there.
Okie dokie.
So it's just to the east of here, across another land bridge.
Good luck. Viva la
Thanks a lot.
Revolution.
All right. Meanwhile, meanwhile, back over there, you are patting the king on the back, Win, and Sarcyra, you rolled to see if there was any Arcana things that you could notice, right?
Yeah, didn't do well. I got like a 13, so I'm guessing.
I feel like it could be poisoned.
Could be
be
poison.
the poison.
Seer's not gonna drink
The
anything.
poison for Isaac. Isaac's poison. That poison?
Not poison.
That poison. It's not that poison. You don't think it's poisoned. It doesn't taste like poison. And all poison has a taste, right? The best poisons have tastes.
Inconceivable. So Seer's still not gonna drink anything. She's very sus of this whole situation.
So while you're listening... Is the I'm not to your liking? Says a rather stately-looking bullywug in kind of flowing robes with a little mustache. He keeps curling this mustache around the side of his wide face. Is it not to your liking? I could get you a Merlot. Or perhaps...
I am,
more of a beer girl. We do have cars.
Travesty.
I'm
Sorry, I had to do the swerve.
Oh, I know, it was perfect.
no, I'm okay. I drank a lot last night, so I'm rocking a pretty bad hangover, so I'm just gonna stay clear of the
Fear
booze.
not, my friend.
Do
Do you have any coffee?
Do I ever? I am Ribble. Ribble Muddlemund, the croaking sage. Hangover cures are my speciality.
Ah.
This is the least I could do for a visiting dignitary. Stay here.
And he's gonna like hurry away. And you'll see like there's a little like tiki cart full of like alcohol nearby. He's gonna run up to it and like there's a very like well-appointed bullywug behind it who has like a dickie and a bow tie and like looks like it's like wearing a tuxedo. And just and as you're kind of just like waiting, he's gonna come back and after you. And he hands you what kind of looks like a coconut, like it's been shelled open, and it is full of something orange and speckled. It looks like a papaya and a dragon fruit both threw up in a cup. And it smells acidic. Isaac, you're near enough to this that you're going to get a whiff of this. This smells like 1 part Clamato, 1 part habanero hot sauce, 1 part motor oil, and 2 parts antifreeze. Oh, and a twist of lime.
Isaac was in a frat. He's drank this before.
It's called the Horny Toad.
Yeah, perfect.
It does. Oh, also it has a fly floating in it.
Drink it down.
I should have asked, did you want your flies regular or Spanish?
What is Spanish?
They're fleas, not flies.
Well, Spanish fly slang different, but
It is a potent picker-upper. An aphrodisiac of the highest order. Perhaps not for diplomatic missions, though. The regular flies should be fine.
I need you to do me a favor. Make me a Constitution save if you drink this.
Oh, Sarcyra is 100% drinking this.
Okay. Let me just see how bad this is gonna be.
Okay, that's not...
Yeah, weren't you like drunk off your ass like 2 hours ago?
Yeah, you were pretty pasted a couple of hours ago. So
That's gonna be a 24.
you are sober. Like all traces of alcohol in your system for the negative. Like you can still be a little like riding a slight buzz, but any negative side effect from the alcohol that you've drank today just completely wears off. You are very thirsty though. This is gonna kick like a mule. Like you're gonna drink this, and this is like, you're not sure what's in it, but there's at least 2 shots of like 80 proof alcohol in here to help it go down smooth. Well, to help it go down. Don't burp near flame is what I'm saying with this thing. But you're gonna feel that hit you.
Flame?
Good joke. And as you drink that down, you're gonna feel like, oh, it's a magical kingdom. Whatever, screw it. You're gonna feel kind of a big, like, ball of gas, kind of swell your gut out for a second, and you're gonna need to burp.
Okay.
Can you make me a wisdom save or an int save? We'll say an int save.
An int save. Okay.
Which way to aim?
Okay.
Isaac is a fail.
Oh no.
My hair is bad enough, Sarcyra.
Oh
Don't make it
no,
worse.
Isaac. It's an int. That's gonna be a 6.
Isaac, can I get a dex save?
I don't have evasion yet, god damn it.
I'm sorry, Isaac.
Okay. So this burp is going to start ripping up, and it's a hot one. It's a really hot one. In fact, a small blue-green fireball is going to erupt out of Sarcyra's mouth. And what'd you get, Isaac?
16.
16? Isaac, you're going to duck, but it is going to take some of the thatched roof, some of the roof thatching that's been added on top of the marble gazebo, and you go... You feel
Have
great.
we not dealt with enough fire today?
I'm a tiefling, what
bravo,
can I say?
bravo.
I like it hot.
What was that?
The king says.
An assassin? Assassin? Have they come for me? Have they come for me?
No, Sassy was just showing off.
Assassin?
Sassy. Sarcyra. My sorcerer.
Sorry. That was unexpected.
I see.
So, your Majesty, Queen Shafra? What should I call you?
Oh, you can just call me Win.
You can call me King Gollop.
Oh God, well that's lovely to meet you.
Are you
She's just gonna
looking?
drop the titles completely.
Are you looking to make a political allegiance?
Well, see, I always like to make friends.
I agree precisely. I could
And so
stand to
we are-
ally through diplomatic means with this witchlight carnival.
Well, and see, we're looking to find Bavlorna, because she's kind of stolen from us. So I was hoping that you might know of her.
Yes, I know Bavlorna.
Are you
In fact,
friendly with her?
none can speak with Bavlorna except those who are members of the Soggy Court. Which, if you would be so pleased as to join us, I could introduce you.
Oh, well then.
Does
I'm
anyone
sure we
here...
could swing that.
Ooh. Anybody who is near to the king right now, does anyone here have a perception of 17 or higher?
No, I have a passive of 16.
16?
No.
Okay. I'll give it to you
14.
as 16 because you're right next to him. The big book on his lap is this giant leather tome called The Big Book of Bad Blood. It's even stamped onto the leather cover. It does not look like it is written by Bullywug hand.
So, I think that if you join the Soggy Court, you might as well stay.
Oh,
You're
well,
a
I'm
monarch.
afraid
I am
our
a monarch. I
Majesty
think it
is
is.
I'm afraid our Majesty is on tour of after being
oh yes,
crowned.
I have to see everywhere. I'm trying to make friends all over.
like some kind of common hussy. I see. All right. Well,
You did.
Sorry?
Isaac's full height leaning over him. Would you
All right,
care to
give me
take
an-
that back?
Give me an intimidation roll.
Come on.
While he's distracted, can Win kind of just scooch the book and start looking at it?
You can try. Give me a sleight of hand roll with disadvantage.
All right.
14.
14. Okay. Okay.
21.
21. You will be able to sneak it out of his lap as he's looking up at Isaac, and you'll see like he starts to go brown around the edges with rage.
you come here and you try to intimidate me. It was an honest marriage proposal. And I'm being thrown to the curb? Guards! Guards!
The guards will kind of like lurch to attention, and
Excuse you.
Perhaps it's you that should throw back your intimidation tactics.
He's gonna glance to the side at the few at the frogs that looked very excited at the king's coughing, and just look over and say, "Do you need backing?"
Who are you talking to? We're talking right now.
I'm gonna say it to the guys that looked very excited about the potential dead king.
I know. Hold on. I'm gonna
No,
roll
it's
to see
fine.
how courageous they are at the moment at a -5 because cool.
Well, I mean, they've
They're
got
gonna-
this big ass line.
They're just gonna be like. One of them just sips tea and looks into the distance like, not my problem. I literally did a -5. I rolled a 5. I rolled a 5.
Flat 0.
Flat 0 for their courage. They're just like,
Nope.
He's gonna roll his eyes and turn back to the rest of them, completely ignoring the king, and going, "Ugh, I told you this was useless."
Well, while they're all distracted, Win's gonna keep looking at the book.
You.
Just very quietly.
Excuse. The book. Yes. Well. Perhaps I was a bit. Tense. I do think that strong beverage perhaps has gotten the best of me on this fine afternoon.
You should learn to watch your emotions and your temper.
You should learn how to address a monarch. People of
Majesty.
substance are talking, lady. Now,
She's gonna conjure a firebolt in her hand.
okay. You are going to feel a glaive pressed into the base of your spine from behind. As one of the guards, like, pushes into you.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I am. She'll put it out. I am of the queen's. Well, sorry. What was the term that you used? I forget which term you used.
Coterie? Is that what you called
Coterie.
it?
I am of the queen's coterie. I should be treated with respect myself. I am her advisor and her vizier. Your Majesty.
If you want to help, Your Majesty, you want to speak to Bavlorna?
Yes.
Your Majesty,
Oh, what was that? Sorry.
you want to speak to your Bavlorna. You wanted to speak to.
Just nod.
Oh, yeah, we totally want to meet Bavlorna. At some point.
And you will join the Soggy Court. But after you do, you will use that, and you will deliver that book to Bavlorna. It recently came into my possession. It is her book,
Oh.
and I wish to have it returned to her as a sign of good faith. You may deliver it.
I certainly could deliver it on your behalf.
Then you need to be properly attired.
I am properly attired. Everything's covered.
You are wearing travel garments. You need to be
I'm in
properly
the high
attired
quality.
in the way of the Soggy Court.
As long as this is understood, I'm not getting married.
I wouldn't dream of it at this point.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, I like you, but I don't like you.
I was just gonna look over at
I'd rather enjoy
Sarcyra
being
and Nico.
single.
So, does it make sense for us to play along with this or just take over the Soggy Court?
I mean, honestly, he's saying good faith with Bavlorna, so I feel like he's working for her or something, so yeah.
You make a fair point.
Also, he's kind of a dick.
Agreed. And I'm not putting on any of that moldy crap. Bad enough already.
Yeah, he stink like swamp water.
We will have our tailors put together something for you. Go and spend some time at the palace and around the next island. We will have something ready for your measurements within the hour.
Where's the gladiatorial arenas?
The what?
That's what that.
Oh,
sorry,
we had
Christa
somebody
thought that
talking
was.
about a gladiatorial arena, and it just sounded ever
No,
so
he's just
fancy.
playing dumb. But
Oh, okay.
let's see. That is.
Where's?
Ah, you want to see the proving grounds?
Oh,
You're
yes,
lucky.
yes, yes.
You, almost ended up there yourself.
Oh. Well, I mean, that would be unlucky for anyone against us.
You can go see them. They're right next to the palace, to the east of here, across that bridgeway.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. We'll just have a look around then while we wait for your tailor.
You will hear a mighty croak to summon you for your
Oh.
fitting.
Certainly.
Isaac will bow to Win.
Wynn will casually stand up and just kind of start walking off towards the direction of the proving ground. And unless she's called on it, she will not put the book down. She'll just very casually have it tucked under her arm.
You may hang on to this book that you have with you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
But
It
do
looks
not
ever
go-
so pretty.
You are unable to meet with Bavlorna until you officially join the court.
All right.
Like physically unable.
'Tis the magic of the court.
Oh, I see.
We really should have just taken it over. Isaac will wait for Nico and Sarcyra to start walking and then follow them.
Yep.
I'll have come back in at this point and I'll follow them.
And
Once
once
we're
we're
out-
a little ways away,
Yeah.
once we're out of earshot, Wynn's gonna comment on it.
Well, he seemed testy.
Yeah, he didn't want
looked
to
like
talk
one.
to me. Huh. Yeah, you can say that again.
Well, I mean, he wanted to marry me, but
How far away are we at this point? Are we?
I would
walking
say
and talking?
15 feet, and you'll see like this one little frog kid is standing there licking on a swamp lollipop. Actually, pardon me. It's more like. And as you walk by, you hear "Viva the Revolution." The kid keeps walking. He's got like one of those big frilled collars on.
Okay, once we're like
Kids are
100 or
cute.
so feet away, I'll be like, okay, get this closer,
Yeah.
closer, closer. Okay, and just casually as we're walking. So I got slipped this, and I'll pull out like the little note, and I'll read off. It's like, yeah, we gotta find someone named Illig. He's the Baron of Muckstone. We gotta find him right away.
Isaac pulls his list out.
Wynn's going.
Find-
So, Wynn's been
he's
flipping through this book.
to the east, in the Sinking Palace.
That's where you're supposed to go. That's where the king sent you. Right, Wynn? Is that the same
I don't
palace?
know, I wasn't listening. Something about a loud croak.
Yes, he said that we should go to the Sinking Palace, but we should go to the Proving Grounds before that
Which
to
is
see
where we're
if
going to go
Morgort's
try
still
and rescue
alive.
that other bullywug.
Yes. But that's a good place we can snoop around and try and find this Baron. 'Cause
So- Sorry, keep going.
I was gonna say, because I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this current king. Maybe this other
Well, I
baron
mean, I
we
got
can
the
talk
book
to.
at least.
You did? I'm surprised. Can we take a look at that?
Oh yeah, I've been flipping through it. What's Win seen?
That is a great question. Let me just double check they actually gave me some
I
info
don't
on
know
what
what
the
she
hell's in
understood, but what she
Yeah.
saw.
Book of Bad Blood. Let me remind myself what's in this thing.
'Cause now we have bad.
I know, it's in my head and I can't get it out.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's just
I know.
Taylor Swift lyrics, like a lot of them.
It's just
Just
all
Taylor's
Taylor's version.
Oh my god.
It's Hunter Hayes and Taylor Swift just together at last, really. Book of Bad Blood. Is there anything in this that's really?
I like how you said Hunter Haste.
I did. It's Hunter Hayes and Taylor Swift together at last. So the Book of Bad Blood, if I'm not mistaken, let me just remind myself what's in that thing because it's been a while since I read that. I think it's basically Bavlorna's burn book.
Alright.
It's got a bunch of stuff about how she doesn't like her sisters in it. I can give you that for free. Let me just double check. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. It is a book in which the hag's displeasure with her enemies is spelled out in great detail.
And then my sister did the unthinkable. She ate my last child. I had been saving that one, fattening it up. A real butterball, a ginger no less. I like the spicy ones. No matter. I will get her back.
And so on. Things like that.
Huh. It's kind of boring, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Can I investigate it deeper?
Sure. You may. I'm gonna.
You can tell me there's nothing, and that's
I'm gonna
fine.
be honest with you. Unless I improv something real quick, there's nothing in it.
Perfect, and that is an acceptable
you're what you're.
answer.
You know what? You know what you're gonna say? Give me an insight check as you're researching this.
Okay. Oh, my luck has run out. Insight, 9.
9. You can tell that. You know what? Even with a 9, you're gonna be able to know this. Bavlorna hates everybody, especially her sister Scabbeth and Nightshade. Oh my god, she hates Scabatha with like a passion that honestly could launch 1,000 ships, then set them on fire.
Okay.
Alright, well, I guess at least they're not working together.
No, it seems like the hags hate each other, actually. Flipping through, you'll be able to see that the hags, so she and Scabatha hate each other, but also her other sister and she have plotted against Scabatha on several occasions. But she also has, like, other, like, plans to destroy her sister inside of there. You know, it's, Endel and Moongrave and I will work well together, and then I will destroy her. You know, that kind of thing.
Alright, yeah,
Wonderful.
as I said, kind of boring.
But you know that she's particularly distrustful and afraid of Scabatha. You'll gather that from it. That's gonna be free.
She's afraid of
Afraid?
or angry at?
Both.
Little of both? Okay.
Little of both. It's that whole like. I mean, it's your bigger sister, the one who's slightly more successful.
So intimidated by. a little
Intimidated and also envious and also wanting to
Destroy!
and
As an eldest sibling, I understand.
you understand. Yeah,
same, I'm
Scabatha.
Vanilla.
Yeah, Scabatha's the oldest member, actually. So yeah.
She's the old hand.
So she's the oldest, you will also... So Scabatha Nightshade, also known as Granny Nightshade.
I'll
Granny
turn her into a toy.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So as you are all walking and reading across the land bridge toward the other, the most eastern area, you'll see that there are 3 buildings rising out of the muck. One of them is large and well appointed, obviously the palace that is slowly sinking into the marsh, but I'm going to describe the other ones really quickly, as well as one other feature of this geography. First, to your immediate left is a building rising from the soggy earth. It is a sturdy wooden hut with an open doorway on the far side of it. At the back of the hut, you will see the bars of a pair of holding cells. Thick mangrove roots serve as the bars, with a small round door closing off each cell if you manage to look inside the hut. Between this and the large building, you will see a mangrove tree in the middle of a patch of heavily churned mud, where rusting and rotting bits of armor and weapons are scattered. It looks kind of like a little fighting, not really an arena or a pit so much as like a muddy patch of grass. Like a place where all of the grass and greenery has been stripped away by constant like running back and forth and stabbing and fighting and jumping and climbing and bleeding. And then over to the right, you will see that there is the Sinking Palace, a ramshackle hall built around a large tree. 2 of the tree's limbs reach out through the wall like enormous welcoming arms. And that is quite large there. However, there is one more feature to the surroundings here that you should be aware of. And I said 3 buildings. It's actually 2, technically. So it's the palace. The proving grounds isn't really a building. So immediately as you're facing it, you see that there is the containment cells on your left, with a little pathway leading up to it. If you follow the pathway to where it branches down to your right, it leads to the palace, and then to the center is the proving grounds. At least what you assume is. However, on the other side of all of this, just at the end of a pier, you will see a incredible sight. It's the only thing you can see through the fog that pushes out. A big black balloon floats over the lake in front of you, tugging at its moorings. Beneath it hangs a basket made of wicker and wood, which serves as a merchant's stall. A large pane of gray glass is drawn closed across the opening counter. However, here's the thing. This balloon is not made of fabric, but rather it appears to be a roiling, dark rain cloud that has been trapped inside of a net.
Oh, well, that's...
That's cool.
Very
And
cool.
that's going to grab your attention. You are going to see that there is a little sign hammered into the ground nearby that says wondrous wares and fair fares. Looks like there's a shop. Might be a way to kill some time. I don't know what your plan is.
We want to go see if we can find Morgort.
So more Gort than shopping?
Oh, I like
Morgort,
the shop.
Bavlorna, Illig, Morgort, Illig, shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that sounds good to me.
I'll add it to the list.
You just have a piece of Isaac. I have a notebook that I've been writing stuff in for my teachings. Would you like
May
a piece
I
of
borrow
paper?
a page? Yes, thank
yeah,
you.
of course. He rips off a page, gives to Isaac.
Much appreciated.
Oh, and here's a quill too. Like here,
Oh,
I
even
always
better.
carry extras.
He'll keep the piece of board with the paper on it, so he's got a backing for it.
There we go.
He rewrites everything out in smaller handwriting.
Well, I mean, if Morgoth's over there, maybe we should shop first. It's right there.
Well, Morgort might be dead by the time we finish shopping.
That's true. They didn't seem to think that there was... I mean, wouldn't they be watching? It's kind of the point, right? Watch while your enemies get murdered.
Yeah, it seems like something this king would do.
I may be confused, but I thought Clapperclaw said he was like up for execution today.
Morgort.
Imminently. Yeah, I thought Clapperclaw said Morgort was up for execution today. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
He or she is in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's a little more time
Yeah, yeah.
sensitive. It sounds like the rest of it isn't time sensitive, but she's a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Meeting the Baron seems a little less time sensitive.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, let's just follow. You know what? Maybe Wynn was right. Fairy tales are about following the trail, which
Yeah.
means in the order is Morgort, a brief shopping moment, and then Illet.
Yeah, that sounds
Like,
like a good idea. Let's make save.
Let's go rescue her, and then maybe we should talk to the Baron and then go shopping. Because shopping's not that important. We might as well
Yeah.
kill time before I get called for my fitting.
Sure.
Hope
So-
they're not gonna
I'm
try and
sure
put me in
whatever-
a dress.
I'm sure you look beautiful though.
Have you ever tried to run and jump and fight in a dress?
yes.
It ain't easy.
No.
No. I mean,
Wait, Isaac, you've tried?
I wear a dress every day. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, I've done it. It's
I
not
mean,
that
like a
hard.
long dress.
It took me a sec to remember that I wasn't wearing pants.
See, I just wear pants because it's a lot. You know, you don't have to worry about
I
accidentally
made more
showing
dresses like
something.
they were wearing, which looked like kind of floor length.
Oh,
and
like the
big.
hoop skirt shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be a
Oh.
pain in the ass to fight in.
Tons of room to hide stuff, though.
I was just gonna say you can hide a shit ton
I
of
could
weapons
hide
in there.
me.
Hide
Nico.
people under there.
I was just saying I could hide you.
Tail and all, probably.
Oh, as we're walking, Sarcyra's just gonna point and send a message to Luthien, letting Luthien know where
Just
we
a
are
heads up.
going.
Yeah.
Just a heads up. I hope you're doing well in there. We're all rooting for you. Sorry, Caitlin.
You're gonna get the mental equivalent back of K dot. Oh, hold on. How
Just
many?
K.
No, it wouldn't be just K because Luthien is way older than all of you. So technically, she's
get
like
the boomer
she's mom
ellipsis?
friend. So she sends like 5 or 6 periods after that. It's like a double ellipses. K dot. As you approach the holding cells, you'll see that the floor of one of the cells inside is covered with several inches of stinking water. The other cell holds a figure in rags slumped against the back wall. However, in this hut, which is kind of around about 12-foot diameter, with a conical thatched roof about 18 feet off of the floor, there's only one person here. There are no guards at all.
Oh,
Convenient.
Morgott?
Who's there?
Oh, hello, Sia. Talavar? Right, that was his name, right? Talavar.
Yeah. Talavar sent us.
Talavar.
Oh, yeah. He said you helped him escape?
Talavar succeeded? She stands up and looks at you.
We met him.
Isaac will pull out the dagger. He gifted us this for our help.
It is a fine dagger. Well met, then. I am Morgort, the the Knight of Warts, or at least I was, and shall be again.
And she will dip an incredibly knightly bow behind the bars. She is dressed in a ragged and stained remnant of an orange surcoat that bears the sigil of a great helm fashioned to resemble a frog's head.
Well, pleased to meet you. I'm Gwendolwyne. You can call me Wynn.
I shall, Your Majesty, call you in. What brings you here?
Well, see, he told us you were a friend, and we're here to help you. I mean, we're also here to go try and get Bavlorna, but we're working on that with His Majesty. So if we will let you
You're
out,
working with that cad?
She spits on the floor.
working, and Wynn air quotes as she says that.
Working him more than working with.
Yeah. Using him
Using
probably is the best.
Understood.
they
I
have a
cannot
book
abide a
that- yeah.
liar, but also I cannot abide that fraud Gollop anymore.
Spits again.
Suppose
So-
we never actually lied about anything.
No, we didn't. We said we wanted to meet Bavlorna.
I unfortunately was
Yes, that's
captured
why.
during Talavar's escape. He and Wigglewog were able to escape while I distracted all of the people that were trying to apprehend him.
Unfortunately, I hate to be the one to tell you. Wigglewog didn't survive. He did successfully get Talavar out. But
Her
I'm
balloon
afraid he died.
crashed.
Oh.
I'm so sorry for your loss. Was Wigglewog a close friend?
We served together and were avid ballooners. It's really the only thing to do around Downfall.
I am so sorry.
I will... If you are friends of Talavar, then you are honorable and true, and I will help you in any way that I can if you help me out of here.
Well,
Of
of course,
course.
that was the whole point.
When I heard you coming, I was sure that you were other prisoners here to battle me to the death tomorrow.
We're not here to battle you. We're here to
You're
rescue
here-
you.
But you're here to battle the hag.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, ideally, if she doesn't give back what she took.
She will not give it back peacefully. She is a recluse who enjoys making foul bargains with her visitors. She'll likely try to fleece you. Or get you under her thumb,
Yeah.
as she has with the king.
I was gonna say,
Son of
what
a
has she
son.
done for the king?
Yeah, what's she up to?
She allows the Soggy Court to I don't want to bring you too much into the politics here, but the Soggy Court could not exist without her. She gives it legitimacy and allows it to function as kind of a buffer, I suppose. As long as all of the bullywogs are killing each other and managing to constantly trade heads, then there's no way that anyone can try to traipse into her home without alerting them.
So she's the reason for the heads on the sticks?
I'm afraid that we're our own reason for the decapitations. Mistakes were made.
So, do you actually have to be part of the Soggy Bottom Court to get into her space? Or is that just what Kingy Boy says?
I do not know the magics of the ins and outs of the royalty, but that's that's news to me. Perhaps it's true. It is definitely foggy, and I wouldn't swim across the lake if I were you. There are-
Traditionally, fog in the Fae is dangerous.
There are
Yeah.
boats. And if look, fair adventurers, if you do need to escape at any time, I strongly recommend, just to the south there is the southwest, there's a balloon moored. It's fairly easy to escape and pilot it. Even a novice would be able to do it with a little bit of instruction.
How many could it take?
Your size? 8? My size? Slightly more.
Would
Sir
you
Talavar's
like
size? 3 dozen. He was quite small.
Yeah.
It was very tiny.
And
It's
full of...
true.
Would you like to escape with us, or if the revolution happens, would you be part of the new court?
Yes, this revolution. What is its goal?
The revolutions here, likely bloody, attempts to seize power and to simply continue a cycle of violence. To be fair, as much as I love my people, I would like to escape this as well and get away from this cycle.
Then stick with us, or stick near us. Don't engage with Bavlorna unless you believe in that. But if you know, stay around so that if we need to escape, having a pilot like yourself would be very useful if that is what you want to do.
If you are needing to escape from hither, I can try to get you out of here.
We also have a lobster.
You know Clapperclaw.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
without a guide, it would be very difficult for me to traverse the mists. But with a guide, we could take that balloon and get out of here.
Yeah,
I think that
we're
sounds like
gonna
a
try
plan.
and find his skull for him. And then he's gonna help us.
Good. Well, in the meanwhile, and she'll just kind of like knock on the side of the mandrake or on the side of the bars.
All this time, Wynn's been kind of fussing with it, trying to.
All right. So basically these are cells that are built into the root walls of this tree. There are two ways to do this. You can either try to force it open with athletics, or you can try to pick a lock.
Wynn's gonna try and force it with athletics.
Okay, give me an
What about
athletics check.
Fire.
I mean, you
I
can.
would light everything.
It would light everything, but it's your
16.
call. It's your call.
I mean, you could have the water directly ready to splash.
That would create smoke though, and there'd be a smell and a sight.
That's true.
16.
16. You're like jig jig jig. It's fairly hardy.
Give me a second here, Wynn. Let me see. He'll duck down and have to like sit on the ground, basically, I assume, to get to the right height.
Yep.
And roll out some thieves' tools.
Okay, you have thieves' tools.
I sure do.
Make me a dex check.
Oh, I didn't know you had those, Isaac.
That's not great. 15.
Okay. You start playing around with it. It's a pretty simple lock, actually. I mean, like, yeah, okay, it's got like. Oh no, it has 2 tumblers. Oh, you were picking locks like this when you were like a cub. It takes you almost a full minute, and you're a little ashamed of yourself.
Not used to dealing with natural locks.
Also, there's very, very little light in here. That's really what it's. You're doing it by feel,
Sure.
and it's like it's a little rusty and a little moist, and you're like, oh, it's slick. Is that slime? Did they spit in
Or
this
like,
thing?
you try to push, but it's kind of rusted, so it won't quite go up as high as it needs to go.
It's like when you're trying to open a door and you turn the handle and it just like barely catches a little bit. You're like, oh, come
Yeah.
on, this isn't my fault.
Exactly. Son of a-
And then you'll hear, and the door will just swing open in your hand.
He'll very carefully clean them off with a little cloth that's with it and put them all back really nicely and roll them up and tuck them in a pocket.
Nice, Isaac.
Thank you.
Thank you
I
very
didn't know
much.
You could do that. That might come in handy many times.
Probably.
Do any of you
all
have
the
a spare
time.
cloak or a piece of fabric that I could clothe myself in to hide myself?
Oh, yeah, well, you can just use my cloak.
Thank you, lady. It kind of trails a bit behind her. She kind of looks like a Sith Lord with the hood up. Do it. Give in to temptation. All right. I will start scouting out ways to acquire that balloon. Do not worry
That
for me.
sounds wonderful.
I am quite capable. Even though I did get caught, I shan't again.
Keep your head down.
Out of character.
Yes.
How far does sending go?
Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Sending, so long as
that-
they're on the same plane as you,
Yeah.
they'll get it essentially in their head. Like, so long, like, you'll be aware of them.
Okay.
It's not like you don't have to speak it out loud. It's all telepathic.
Right.
But yes, no, sending, you can send it so
Oh.
long as they're on the same plane as you, they'll get it. Or are
That's
you
the
talking
high-
about message?
Oh, I might be talking about message. What's the one you've been using, Robin?
Message, that's 120 feet.
Okay, so we'll probably
Away.
be out of the range then. I was
Yeah.
gonna say if you wanted to just like check in occasionally, but
Yeah.
And
okay.
yeah, so that'll work. You can absolutely use that. That 120 feet. That it's a little outside of range, but it might be able to work depending on where she is.
Okay.
I wish you the best of luck, my friends, and I will do whatever I can to help you.
You might hear my voice in your head every so often, and if you're within range, I might try and keep an eye on you and let you know when we're leaving.
When you were approaching, I heard rumor that you were looking for the Baron.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe he is down to the south, last I heard. Inside of his home. It's a hut on the southern bank, basically directly south of Lorna's hut. You'd need a rowboat to reach it. It's a bit out of the way, but I could guide you there as well instead of preparing the balloon.
I don't know. Do you think he would have information on what goes on in the court?
Would I know about which baron are you looking for?
Illig.
Stump.
Illig. He is a how to say this? She spits vehemently into the ground. A lying cur who is not worth his weight in feces.
What?
Oh.
Oh,
Damn.
He is a rude, evil buffoon who seeks nothing but power. Although I dare say that he may be somewhat more generous, thoughtful, efficient, less panicked than Gullop. He seems the natural progression of power around here, from idiocy to cruelty, but perhaps cruelty will shake some sense into the power structure here.
Someone that can actually hold control might be useful.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
Would at least bring stability, if nothing else.
only a little bit, though.
I can lead you down to where he is and introduce you, if needed. Would you like me to prepare the balloon or to tag along with you for a bit?
I kind of feel like maybe preparing the balloon is more important.
Yeah.
Then, on the other side
Yeah.
of the palace, you would take a rowboat down, and you would be able to reach it from there.
Thank you.
It's the next bank. I will prepare the balloon and find ways to acquire it for a swift departure.
That
Best of luck, my
sounds
friends.
wonderful. Stay safe.
And she will shuffle off into the fog. You did a good deed.
To the market, then?
Yeah, let's go shopping.
Yes, yeah.
Okie dokie.
It's a freaking cool looking magic, huh? I'd like to know how they are doing that.
Certainly something.
I bet I could impress Tilda with that.
Tilda.
My mentor, the warden, Tilda to her friends.
Cool.
She is an ancient sorceress. They.
Older than you?
Oh, you're much older than me. I am quite young for a tiefling.
Oh.
She is definitely an ancient one.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. So as you're wandering, it's a good like 50, 60 feet in front of you where the little causeway that will lead to the edge will be. The causeway kind of ramps across the swamp, and a large pane of gray glass is drawn closed across an opening above the counter of the wicker basket. There's a sign mounted above the window that reads "Wondrous Wares and Fair Fares," much like the sign that was a bit ways back. And as you approach, you will see that there are a pair of strange creatures behind the counter. And one moment, please. That is, there we
So
go.
sorry, it was Wondrous Wares.
And Fair Fares, I believe it was?
Fair
Fares. And, sorry, they combined them into a single entry for their role-playing guide, which I don't think I'm actually going to need, but I'm going to double check. No, that's there. All right. So, looking down at you from across the way, you will see that these two, a tall one and a short one, they're not bullywugs. They're gray-skinned, stony-eyed creatures. Slightly bluish tinge to their flesh, actually, and sharp, beady little teeth, viciously arrow-shaped noses pointed at you.
Well, what do we hear? What do we hear? I don't know. What do we have here?
Basically, they look like Hot Topic goths.
Well, hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
One of
What
them
you
leans
selling?
forward.
What are you buying?
I don't know.
What do you have?
I guess they can't read either, brother. Oh, that's exactly the case, isn't it, sister? They kind of jut a long blue-gray thumb over to, available for a limited time only. Very good thimble, fingertip not included. Mug of bumble beer. Has a nice sting to it. Dusk mallow pie with decorative bite marks. Bundle of dry wood. Great for starting fires. Ink portraits. If we have to look at you, so should you. Moonlight monocle. No more fumbling in the dark. And more. And as
What
they
does "and more" stand for?
Oh, there's that. And the tall one will just a finger down, and you'll see that there is a swirling prismatic horn lying on the counter next to a few of these other items that are just kind of like a little bit behind the counter, out of reach, but able to be viewed at distance. Oh, yes, that very hard to come by unicorn horns. No, one never knows when one might come in handy. This recently found its way into our possession.
A unicorn
What does it do?
horn?
Well, nothing for the unicorn anymore.
What are your names? I'm Sarcyra Novis.
Trinket, Bauble.
Nice to meet you. I'm Win.
Mm-hmm. Well, buy if you're gonna buy.
What do they do anything? I can see the description, the names, but do they have any descriptions?
Now, ask
Okay.
questions, and we'll give answers if we have them.
All right, what does the moonlight monocle do?
It allows you to see in the dark, duh.
Alright,
Do
that
any-
kind of makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
How much is it?
Well, if you're going to be seeing with your eyes, that's right, sister, then, we should have the color from yours.
No, thank you.
All right?
Isaac chuckles. Sure.
You have a slight pinkish hue to your eye, don't you?
No. They're white. Yeah, it's pink because my lighting's shitty. They
Okay.
are white.
A fair trade, then. If you would like it, you can have it.
He'll put a hand out.
Yep. They'll put the moonlight monocle in your hand, and as you do so, as soon as the monocle touches down, Trinket is going to utter, "Hue be mine." And your irises will go from being that kind of milky white to being transparent.
Interesting.
As in, they're going to turn... I guess they're
Oh, that's
gonna
weird,
look
Isaac.
kind of reddish because you're gonna be able to see into the back of your eye socket.
Win's gonna
Make me
kind
buy
of
new
reach up and
contacts.
look at you really
Whoa.
closely and be like,
Isaac.
Oh, that's weird.
And as that happens, you're gonna watch it's like it kind of gets sucked out of your eye, like as in a little like swirl of mist, and goes into a marble in her other hand that begins to kind of swirl with that. It looks like it's swirling with cream, like you've stirred coffee into this marble.
Okay.
An
What
excellent
can I give
trade.
you to? What can I give you to give Isaac his eye color back?
Well, he has a monocle now. Why does he need his eye color?
Because it looks nice. What would you like from me?
Fine. Give me the rhythm in your step.
Not entirely. Is there like a looking glass? I want to like see.
So it is a monocle. So you
No,
do
I
have-
want to see what my eye, because I don't know what my eyes look like.
Does anybody here have a looking glass? They do not have. They don't have a mirror.
I
mean,
I
now,
mean,
to be
Wynn
fair,
can like rotate her
probably
flute a
do.
little bit so you can get the shiny
I'll allow you to
metal.
have a compact.
Isaac is very vain.
Yeah, you can have a
and so I'm
compact with a
sure
mirror,
he
with a
has
little powder.
compact. He'll
Isaac
look
is
in it.
kind of
Oh, it's
vain.
creepy. It's spoopy.
Huh.
Not bad, but just spoopy.
Can I make an insight check of what the rhythm of my step might mean?
Yeah, go ahead.
Her
And
ability to
anybody
keep
here
rhythm.
can make an insight check as well, just to get a vibe off these guys if you want.
Sure.
21.
21. Well, if you walk without rhythm, you won't attract the worm.
Natural 20, making it a 23.
Nice. Hayden, you're going to get this as much
21.
as your character is going to get this. So you're never going to be able to dance again. You will lose all rhythm. Now, you and Nico and Wynn, as you're looking at these two, they don't care if you buy anything. At all. They are the most put upon mall employees you have ever met in your life. Suspiciously so. Especially to Nico. Nico, you know when there's a thing going on, when there's a like, honestly, these guys are kind of, this isn't much of a shop. And with that nat 20, you're gonna kind of look around and be like, huh, giant balloon. They're pretending to be a shop, or they are a shop. Why are they here? Are they getaway drivers? Are they like pretending to be a shop? Like, they seem like a fake shop. I mean, they're like doing real deals, but like, who would bargain that? Now, Isaac, as you're doing that, if you want to put that monocle on, you may.
I also rolled a nat 20 on the inside.
Okay,
but,
so yeah, you're gonna get that kind of vibe too. Like, there's a con going on here that's not
Okay.
involving the wares. But like,
a con
it's-
man knows a con man.
It's a shell game. Like, they're doing a shell game.
Interesting.
So, I mean, I get the sense that you don't like working in a shop, so why'd you do it?
We're working. We're working.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
Look, do you want the firewood, the unicorn horn, the bumblebee, or any of that?
Not really, no.
No,
I
I'll
guarant-
get my friend's eye color back, though, and Sarcyra will hold out her hand.
No.
No, Sassy, stop it.
Bop.
You'd never be able to dance again.
I don't dance anyways.
Well, isn't clockwork kind of a rhythm?
It's like a metronome.
Yeah, but I don't dance.
I
So?
say you can. Anyways, what about your real business? We're more interested in that.
What real business? This is business. We're trying to sell to a bunch of ungrates. Seriously, for a low price, you're complaining. It's ridiculous, really. You could be having, like, what? This is wood. This is great wood. This wood burns just great. We could do portraiture of you. There's a
What
goddamn
if-
unicorn horn here.
Let's say I wanted
You could get really high.
get out of. I mean, I could. Yeah, I have. It's a great time. I'm
ever snorted
just
unicorn
saying.
horn?
No, I haven't. But let me finish, yo.
All right.
So let's say I needed to get away quick,
Mm-hmm.
and I needed assistance with things that might not be normal shopkeep kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that there's a couple twins here who might be able to help me. If that were the case.
How so?
Sometimes us Kitsadra, we just, we get a feeling, just a feeling in our bones.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we could sweeten the pot with purpose for purpose. Your purpose for being here for ours.
You can tell us your purpose.
Not if I don't have a deal.
Not if you don't tell us yours first.
Honestly, I couldn't care less.
Could you, brother?
I couldn't care either.
Be missing out on some pretty sweet deals, though.
Okay, if you don't want the firewood, then I don't know what else I can
Wynn's
do.
just gonna kind of hitch the book higher in her arms. Kind of show off the title.
Why are
a
you
little,
jiggling
she'll
your
get-
tits?
Oh,
does
I'm
that,
just shifting the
it's-
book. It's awful big. It's a bit heavy. That's all.
A lot of things there look heavy.
This is true. They are.
How do you walk around with those grotesque things? By the way, Trinket is as flat as a board, like super, like emaciated, like slew-all looking, like you know what I'm talking about, right? So, Darklings, which is what these guys are, kind of look like, to give you an example, sort of like this. Kind of blue-skinned, like honestly closer to like a blue version of the Wicked Witch, with kind of sunken black eyes and sharp teeth.
So,
So,
I'm gonna be honest, if you're not going to buy anything, I don't care why you're here. If you're not at a shop to buy something, then your purpose is already invalidated.
I suppose. I was just curious.
You're here
But
to
I do
make...
want to get my friend his eye color back.
Ma, he looks
Yeah.
better now.
I feel like that's incorrect. He's a little sensitive, so like if you could pass on like some really cool thing that I could trade you, down for that.
You want me to tell you what you can trade me for his eye color?
While everyone,
What if
I'm gonna
I
look through the
trade
thing.
my
cool.
eye color, so then he can get or
But then, Nika,
Hmm.
your eyes would just look freaky then.
I mean,
I don't need to dance. Like, it's okay.
Sassy.
Yeah.
It's not just dancing. It's literally every rhythm in your life.
It's mostly just dancing, to be honest.
Yeah, they said step.
What do I see through the?
So, do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Well, boy, do you now. What's your range of dark vision?
60, I think.
You mean 120?
So I can see further.
You have
got
goggles
that
of night.
Wow, dark vision.
You have, these count as the goggles of night.
But it's a monocle, yeah?
It is a monocle that gives you, it works in both eyes somehow.
No. That's I just mean for aesthetics, though. It's
For aesthetics, it is a monocle, yes.
Yeah.
But yes, so you have the monocle of night. So the monocle of, is it the monocle of night? It's called the monocle, the moonlight monocle.
Yeah.
It allows you to fight evil by the moonlight and win love by daylight.
Sarcyra, I do appreciate your offer of sacrifice, but I've already been a bit of a freak my whole life, and so I'm used to it. It won't be a problem.
Good, a little bit of freak pride.
Pride indeed.
Okay. Well, if you are truly okay with this, Isaac, I would like to insight check Isaac.
Go nuts.
Wynn's gonna kind of get up close and really peer at Isaac's eyes again.
Oh, that's not great. I rolled a.
Because the idea of seeing
10.
inside an eyeball is kind
A
of
10? So, I mean, Isaac, do you seem like you're being honest?
He seems very honest in that way of like people that grew up really sensitive about certain things now kind of overcompensate in confidence. And so he's okay, but you know, he might
He's
have a moment
okay
later
because
where he
it's his
regrets it,
terms.
Yes, it's his decision. He made this choice. It was his deal.
Yeah.
But
It
if-
didn't go the way that he wanted, and he's a little frustrated that he didn't outsmart as well as he thought he would. He's more angry that he didn't outsmart these guys than
Hello, Ray.
the visual. Oh, more raids. Hi, guys.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness,
Yes,
hello.
Megan.
Great.
Hi, guys. Hello.
All right. So besides that, looking down at the behind the counter, there are a few more things that you could trade for if you wanted to. There are a
What
lot
does
of.
a unicorn horn do?
It's you can make me an Arcana roll.
Okay, I would love to do that.
Absolutely, May.
Oh my gosh, my dice are rolling like butts tonight. That's gonna be a 6.
It's gonna be a 6.
Ah.
They are great party favors.
Ugh.
You know what, Sarcyra?
Yes.
Sarcyra, you know all of these stories from your childhood. What can't a unicorn horn do? What can't it do? With that, you would be able to gain great power. As a wand, it would be a conduit to the arcane powers. You might be able
How
to...
much for the horn?
Know the rhythm of your step. There, it's already been on the table. If not, make us another offer that's worth taking.
Oh boy, that's putting me on the spot for thinking about what Sarcyra could give. The memories I have before I was 5. The memory of my first kiss.
You haven't been kissed yet.
Darn. Darn.
Everyone always tries to do that. It's always virgins that walk in being like, ooh, yeah.
Here, I got it. I'll go up to
You
Sassy.
definitely don't have it. You haven't had a cherry in a while.
Kiss Sassy. All right.
You beat
Give
me
it
to
up,
it. I was
girl.
about to.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
We're all like, let's fucking kiss her.
Oh, wait, is this what's happening? Is this...
No.
Yeah, no, I'm full serious. Walk up to Sassy, grab her, and plant one on her. There you go. Now you have something to trade.
Amazing.
Want it?
Make me a performance or a persuasion roll, please. I want to
would
see
love
how
it.
good Nico's kiss was. That could also be, you know what? I'll allow sleight of hand,
Let's see. What do we
but
got?
something else instead of hand. I'll let you make a sleight of tongue roll.
Sleight of face.
Sleight of
Sleight
face.
of face. All right, my performance is pretty okay. So, but now that I've said that, yeah.
Did you roll a nat
Oh, no.
one? You got a 5?
Oh
Total.
So it's kind of like a fox kiss.
It's there was a lot of licking around the lips, like she wanted you to feed her.
Oh my god.
Very sudden, like
Honestly, it was the
Very
awkwardness
doggy.
of it that made it not as good.
yeah.
no! Yeah.
Like it was the
yeah.
suddenness that kind of caught you off guard.
Just because the performance wasn't good doesn't mean it's not worth the trade, baby.
I bet you've never had that memory before.
I don't know if I want something that awkward. I kind of do. Really? I mean, that and the memories before age 5. All right. Well, my brother wants that and the memories before age 5.
Memories before 3 if I'm throwing in the kiss.
No one has memories before 3.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do. Can I make a deception roll?
Yes, you may.
Okay, come on, die. Be a good child. Please be a good child. What's
Cross
my
your fingers.
deception? Oh, I have +5 to deception. Come on, Sarcyra. Hell yes, that's gonna be a 24.
Nice.
Like what?
Just, I remember playing, or, you know, walking, crawling along the floors. I remember the smell of my mother baking. I remember going to service the unholy baptism for Nern.
All right, come here.
Yep. She'll walk up.
Give me your hand.
She'll hold it out.
This is going to hurt you more than it hurts me. And she's going to reach out and prick the tip of your finger with a needle. And it's going to just well up with a drop of dark reddish purple blood. And it's going to sting a lot more than you think it should. And at that point, you're going to feel your eyes start to sting as well. And a single tear is going to well up in the corner of your eye. And then suddenly, her hand is going to arc up and hold a little test tube shaped bit of glass up to it and go bloop. Perfect. Would go well with some popcorn. Salty tears. Here you are. As that occurs, you now forget what it was like to be held by your parents.
Oof.
That cornerstone memory of bonding with your parents, even though you don't remember it consciously, is gone. And you are going to feel quite lonely, as a matter of fact. Oh, and
All right, I'm turning the insight check back on you.
Okay, go.
16 plus 3, 19. Do I see that? Is that fair enough to say maybe I see a little legit sadness?
I think she looks a little pale. I think she looks a little pale when that happens. When, like, it kind of like, it's almost like her heart's making that noise when you're like using a straw and you hit the bottom of your drink. It's like that kind of hollowing out feeling.
Yeah.
Is all over her features. And at that point, the smaller of the two darklings is going to go, all right, lay it on me.
What?
Pass on the kiss.
Oh, that's how it works? You're not gonna frick my...
Well, fine, then kiss here. And he'll hold out kind of a dusty palm.
So Sarah will, like, take her jug coat thing and, like, wipe the palm clean and then just, like, mwah.
Ugh, so awfully cringy. Oh, I love it. Oh, I hate it. I love it. I hate it. I love it. I hate it. I love it.
Horn, please.
Fine. I'm definitely not horny anymore. And they'll pass you a horn.
You were before? Freak.
All right, last chance. Your rhythm for the wood. We've given you the horn. Now, do you want some wood?
No, I'm good. But I forgot that kiss.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I won't forget that, though. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I won't forget that.
I don't think I need anything.
I think I'm Gucci Goo.
What were you eating before this? Tastes like motor oil and parsnips.
Yeah.
My hangover cure. Enjoy.
All right, last time, store's closed. And they will slam the window on you. Or unless Isaac is a little too fast, you raise your hand. What do you want? What do you need, Isaac?
No, it's all good. Never mind.
That's okay. You can stick your finger in the window and be like, wait,
No,
just one more.
I wanted to look around at like how this was pinned down.
How it's pinned down. So basically, it's kind of like a tiki hut that is like parked on the edge of a dock.
Okay, so this is the house from up. It's not like
it is like the
anything.
you know what? It's kind of like, I need you to picture like an old school Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Like, you know, with that roof.
Yes.
But make it made out of straw.
Okay.
Like,
But
I'm not even
like,
kidding. Like,
yeah, it's the house from up.
it's the house from Up, but evil.
Okay.
It's the house from Poltergeist mixed with the house from Up.
So it's not like it's. I think what I mean is it's not tacked down.
No,
So there's not like
it's
pegs. It's
there's-
just magically still here.
Let me double check. Pegs. It is not pegged down. No.
Okay.
There's maybe like
control inside, possibly.
there's definitely a control inside, and overhead you hear.
You look up for it at a little bit.
It's very stormy. This is a cool ass balloon.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of like if that other balloon is like.
It's a regular balloon.
This is like the Corvette of balloons right here. Like you want to be like gone in 60 seconds with this thing.
Yeah, maybe a little.
I'm not gonna say you can't steal it, but I'm gonna say that you might want to steal it in a few.
Yeah. He's just gonna take a few glances around and eye inside a little bit, but not.
They're gonna
kind of
glare at you through the glass, like.
I'll shoot him a wink and then walk away.
Hey, Nico. Thanks for that.
No big deal. It's just a kiss. I know it's like your first, but I'm kind of glad you don't remember it because most of the time you never forget your first, and it's just this awkward thing that just chills in your brain forever.
I honestly should have considered it myself.
So if you kiss me again, it will be less awkward this time.
I mean, do you want me to kiss you again?
I mean, I forgot what it was like, so, you know.
I mean, sure.
I'm ignoring the DM's face right now.
I mean, if you wanna, I don't really care.
I mean, if you want to, sure.
Both of you give me either charisma or dexterity checks if you're gonna do this. I want to see how good this.
Sound like you wanna, so I will grab her. I will grab the back of her neck and pull her in.
Isaac has rolled his eyes and is walking away.
Hey, she has to
Wynn's
kiss
gonna go
because
skipping
down
after
a kiss.
Isaac and just kind of link an arm through his.
I'll give you each a +2 modifier on your rolls, not advantage, but I'll give you the +2 because of
Such a good kiss.
unless just kidding unless. And you have determination you can spend on this too.
Charisma?
Charisma or dex?
I will do charisma.
Was that 24?
24, bitch.
Yeah, that you don't remember what the first. You know what? You are going to be sad, Sassy, because if this one is this good, there's no way that first one wasn't good. And you know that they're playing it down. Like, you don't remember the kiss at all. You kind of like have this little black spot where you know there was going to be a kiss, and then you don't remember it. And they're saying it was awkward, but there's no way that could have been awkward.
21.
21? There is no, like, you're going to feel like a little, like, it's like a warming sensation that starts at your lips and ends in a little spark at your toes. Like, you're going to get a little bit of a curl, and one of your horns is going to twitch a little. And actually, I'm gonna say, Nico, one of your ears is gonna shake a little, and maybe your tail's gonna do like you're gonna get a tail pop. Is it gonna swoosh, or are you gonna get is someone who's doing the foot pop?
Just like almost like just like swooshing back and forth.
Whoa.
All right.
Huh.
That's a kiss.
That was wow. Huh. Thank you. And then Sarcyra's just gonna walk straight off and just think for a second. She's just like, what do I do?
And it's at that time that you'll hear coming from the nearby palace. And that is the sound of you being summoned for your fitting. And as you all hear as you say, the dresses, we're going to do a cutaway to Luthien standing in front of a mirror going, are you sure this is the right outfit for me?
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic.
as she's already being fitted for her dress ahead of you. Which is where we're going to pick up game next time, because we're going to call it a little early tonight so that Caitlin doesn't get too far left behind. Don't forget to mention that you have a unicorn horn, folks, so you write that down. It might be useful.
Oh, I have it, plus unicorn horn.
All right.
Sarah's extra horny now.
All right, so all of you have that, and the next episode, you get to go get dressed up and meet Lorna. It's going to be a lot of fun. Did you guys have fun today?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I feel like, Christa, do you have anything that's kind of ball gowny?
Buddy, I do.
Because I feel like I should have something around me next week.
I have a moss green gown that would probably fit you.
All right.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
I feel like maybe I need a costume change next week.
There you go.
Nice.
Amazing.
All right, folks. So that's going to be it for us tonight from Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I want to thank all the players for being here for this, and hope Caitlin has a speedy recovery from her flu. I also wanted to quickly thank everybody who supports us on Twitch, and all of you viewers out in YouTube and in podcast land. And a special thank you to all of our Patreons on patreon.com/dorktales who keep the stream running, because this is a full-time gig, keeping all of these games up in the air like this. A special thanks to our divine producers, DM Michael Gray, Jade, and Shalton, for investing enough of their time, money, and energy to help create gods for our homebrew setting, as well as to our princes of the Patreon, Taryn and Buddy. If you would like to join them and get special shout-outs as well as additional content, you can go find it at patreon.com/dorktales. Go do it. It's as little as $1 a month. You can give me $1 a month. I still think that's funny. I have to do calls to action because that's how you actually get stuff. But thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next Monday. Congratulations again, Hayden, on being able to go home.
Yay!
I'm so happy.
And for all of you there, thank you so much for listening and watching. We love you very much, and we will see you in the next episode. Good night, everybody.